Good morning. I want to talk about this guy, Filippo Grandi, Italian guy. He is the United Nations refugee chief, and he talked in Davos now recently. He said that EU nations must prepare their asylum reception systems to cope with bigger migrant inflows. He said that this big failure in Europe's response to the migrant crisis was that governments visibly struggled to house, feed and clothe the massive influx of third world migrants. He said we need to work more with Europe and other countries that receive refugees to make reception systems more effective for larger numbers than before, complaining that the migrant reception systems cracked under the pressure. And here's the key point, I think. A perception that services were not able to handle the sheer number of newcomers descending on EU nations from Africa, Asia and the Middle East. Grandi said caused a lot of negativity and prompted European demands that politicians push refugees back, close borders and build a wall. So he thinks that the negativity is caused by this, we don't get to feed them, we don't give them housing and so on, right? We couldn't cope with it. Well, I can tell you, in Sweden, the towns of Sweden, they get these quotas from the government to deal with refugees. And they do, they work very, very hard, and most of them are getting into nice apartments, even great apartments, right? And of course they get food, they get lots of money. So we have a system that is more or less working very, very well in Sweden. And still we have negativity. And still we have citizens wanting the politicians to do something about it. So this, what he's suggesting may be true in some places, but in Sweden, no, it's not true. That's not what's causing the negativity. It's the crimes. Yeah. And it's the costs. Yes, the Swedes see that our elderly are not getting the money that they should have, and the healthcare is suffering, and the police is suffering, and so on. Right. So that's what I wanted to say about this. This Italian diplomat is not. He doesn't like walls. He was in Hungary. He visited this border in Hungary, where walls have cut illegal immigration by 99%. And he said, when I was standing at the border fence today, I felt the entire system is designed to keep people, many of whom are fleeing war and persecution, out of the country. Yeah, I think that's true. And this is a problem to this guy. It's Filippo Grandi, United Nations. Right, that's the story. Bye.